Returning from a pandemic hiatus, the New York City Marathon welcomed 30,000 runners on November 7th, one of them being Connecticut resident Diane Owens, whose story is a miraculous comeback. Diane could barely run a 5K. In 2013, her newborn son, Alex, was diagnosed with a rare, incurable disease that causes tumors to grow on the brain, nerves, and spinal cord.
I have two sons. My second son, who just turned 9, when he was 4 months old, he was diagnosed with a rare genetic disease called neurofibromatosis. And there's really nothing you can do for it. So, of course, as mom, your initial knee-jerk reaction is, okay, he has this illness, what do I do? And the answer was nothing. There's nothing you can do. Don't Google it. Just watch and wait.
But Diane was not going to sit back. She got in touch with nonprofit Children's Tumor Foundation and started raising money the only way she could, by running.
I started training and I ate a lot of Aleve and went through gallons of Asper cream, but eventually I worked up to running 1 mile. I ran 3 miles and then I ran my 10-miler, and within the first 3 years I accomplished what I set out to do.
Diane was on a roll, raising $70,000 for CTF by December 2015.
On top of that same year, doctors found a tumor on Alex's spine, which only fueled her to continue moving forward.
I went into 2016 and I announced that I was going to run 3 marathons that year.
However, her life quickly changed within a month.
And I went out for a training run. It was towards the end of January. It was 10 miles and I was dragging. I took my son to hockey. I squatted down. He was just turned 6 years old, so I was tying his skates for him and I couldn't stand up. My legs were so weak. My runner legs that had just run the New York City Marathon a couple months before could not get me up from a squatting position to standing. What I would come to find out is those headaches was actually the nerve endings dying. It was nerve pain, but I didn't know. I'd never had it before. Doctors took a spinal tap and said that they do believe I have Guillain-Barré Syndrome. Truly thought I was dying because it became harder to speak, harder to breathe. Eventually, I would get to the point where I was completely quadriplegic.
For 7 weeks, Diane stayed at Danbury Hospital, working with physical therapy. It was believed that she may never be able to walk again. But that didn't stop her. Diane was set on her next marathon, even signing up for races from her hospital bed.
I was brought down to physical therapy like a wet noodle, just moved my feet for me so that I could start moving. He says, no, you do it. And once he got them started, I was able to maintain momentum. And that's when I was like, oh no, I'm going to race again. I might have to wheelchair it. Maybe I'm going to unicycle it. Maybe I don't know how it's going to get done, but it's going to get done.
What came next for her is nothing short of a miracle.
There you go. Congratulations!
On March 4th, 2016, she was released from the hospital and finished her first 5K just 3 months after paralysis. Since then, she has completed 2 triathlons, 8 half marathons, and 3 full marathons, all to fundraise for CTF. And this year, Diane participated in the New York City Marathon.
I've run all over the country. I've traveled all over the world, but there is nothing in the world like the New York Marathon. It doesn't matter what color you are, what religion you are, what gender you are, nobody cares. Everybody's out there and they cheer for you like you're their neighbor. Have you had a happy life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have.
You blow me a kiss?
To Diane, running isn't about the exercise. It's about hope and creating a better future for her son.
You make your own destiny. It's not about doing the things the way other people define how they should be done. It's about setting your own goals and deciding how you want to achieve that goal.
For NBC New York, I'm Linda Gaudino.